hold on just a second. Thank you so much. My name's Anna Denning, and I'm a multimedia artist. I'm an author, as I was introduced, and I'm also co-author of the Art of Manifesting book and also the Art of Manifesting method. So when we talk about manifesting, it is often described as getting something that you really want. Or you set an intention, you visualize really hard, you imagine it, and somehow attracting it into your life. Or if you go to, I think it's Oxford Dictionary, it says it is willing something into being by exercising really hard your mental powers through force or belief. An approach take on manifesting. It is not just about getting something. It is about becoming someone. At its core, manifesting is about becoming the person who is ready to receive that gift that life, universe, God, however you want to call it, is ready to give you. So if somebody throws a ball, if you play netball, like all of you have kids, well, some of you probably have kids in British schools. When they play netball, for example, if somebody throws a ball to you, you need to be that person in the right space, in the right time to actually catch it. And we're saying that you are literally a walking signal. So you have certain beliefs, you have emotions, you have life scenarios that you carry yourself. You have certain beliefs, limiting beliefs or positive beliefs, something that you acquired during your life, and you are basically signaling those beliefs out there into the field of unlimited potential, and there's always a response. And response is basically what those beliefs and those signals are. And there are different, actually, sort of theories of consciousness. There's there are some neuroscientists and quantum physicists believe that potentially our consciousness actually doesn't live inside our heads. Our consciousness lives outside us, and we are literally like radio stations, and we're tuning in, and we're constantly receiving information and sending information out there. So when we're trying to manifest something, kind of universe life doesn't always bring it into the exact form that we're asking. For example, like if you're fixating on finding the love of your life when you are, 32 years old and having kids by the time of 33, that's not how it works. So you need to be you need to embody that person who is ready to receive that relationship of your life. So, and also universe, as I said, always responds, but it sometimes responds in the shape of little like breadcrumbs. And you follow those breadcrumbs. And those breadcrumbs can be a coincidence, a meaningful synchronicity, a moment. Like now, if you think about something that you achieved in life, if you look back, there could be certain things, certain like chance meetings, certain phone calls from a friend, like a song you heard on the radio, the television program that you watched. And all those breadcrumbs became who you are right now. So meaningful synchronicities are important. And I hope after today, we're going to do a little drawing. That's why I brought this canvas. You will be slightly more open to listening to and accepting those activating system. And if you think about a bouncer in a really cool nightclub, and that bouncer is responsible who to let into the club and who not to let. So if you are basically rehearsing and you're constantly kind of paying attention to the negativity, anxiety in your life, to anger, if you watch too much bad news, you are basically, your reticular activating system like Facebook or Instagram algorithms start giving you all those things to worry more about. So you are rehearsing worry, you're rehearsing limiting beliefs that you are thinking, etc., etc. But if your inner world is grounded in curiosity, openness, joy, if you rehearse trust, gratitude, that you are becoming that signal. So you are kind of bringing it into your life. So the life responds accordingly. So we're saying that manifesting is about alignment and becoming. So where did this art of manifesting came from? It is this art of manifesting method was born out of the book that I've co-written with Colette Baron-Reid. I don't know if anybody knows Colette Baron-Reid. She is an author. She's done so many books. She's Hay House author, so she personally knows Louise Hay. And also, like Georgie Spencer, we were very honored. He wrote, kind of recommendation testimonials at the back. So, and she's been working for years, and she's been teaching manifesting for years with those amazing teachers. But we basically took manifesting and the concept of manifesting, and we translated it in the language our nervous system understands. And it is also the language of our unconscious, and also the language of our ancient ancestors. So if you look at the book, there's at the very beginning, there is a little, how should I say, like an art thing in the cave near Tibet. And it is actually somebody, one of our ancestors. They were not even probably like Homo sapiens, somebody before, like very, very distant ancestors, 700,000 years ago. There's literally, you can see kind of a circle and kind of the line near it. And anthropologists think that our ancestors, when they were creating the beautiful cave paintings and drawings, they were trying to bring certain reality, successful outcomes of hunts into their life. So before even human language existed, art existed. It's a very, very basic human need to create. So it was quite interesting. A couple of weeks ago, I was in the USA, and we had, myself and Colette, we had a big, big event in South Carolina. And at the end, we had like question and answer, and one art therapist from America, she came on and she said, "Thank you so much, guys, because I'm an art therapist with years and years of experience, and you're making something like this, popularizing it. Anybody can get the book and anybody can draw, because even kids, it's a very, very important developmental milestone in children. Before they start talking, they learn about the world, they learn about relationships, and they process emotions through art. So even little tiny kids, before they can talk, they kind of grab like a marker and they draw." So I don't know what happened, but I think I had more slides. Never mind. So I would like now for you to find a spare page. You have those booklets, and find a spare page, a clean sheet of paper, and grab a pen or whatever you have. If you don't have, if somebody doesn't have a pen, I've got a couple spare. Anybody? Everybody's got a pen? So today, it is actually spring equinox. And it is, if you're slightly woo-woo, like me, it is also the new moon. So it is a perfect time to bring something into your life. So you will have a pen and paper, and I will have a canvas, and I hope that my pen is going to work on this canvas. So we are going to set an intention for today. Okay, so the intention is, you can set your own intention. My intention is going to be that I want to bring into my life lots of wonderful, magical things I'm grateful for. Okay? So you can take this one, or if you can take something else. But I would like to concentrate on gratitude. And the reason why I would like to concentrate on gratitude, because gratitude is one of those emotion states of mind that we're all feeling. And actually, there's a lot of research about gratitude. If you practice gratitude for 3 weeks every day. So you can do something similar at home. You can literally put it, near your bedside table and draw just a little bit, or practice gratitude for 3 weeks. You will have benefits lasting up to a year. So it's a wonderful practice. So before we start, I would like you to switch off your thinking brain, because Art of Manifesting is very much a somatic drawing. It's embodied experience. Okay, so forget everything that you knew before and just take it for what it is. Okay, and if anybody's ever done Tai Chi or Qigong, there is this exercise. So have your paper in front of you. I'm gonna put the microphone here, and put your hands together and warm them up. Warm them up for 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then pull them apart. And you will feel kind of almost like an energy ball, balancing energy ball between your hands. Some people like close your eyes. I like closing my eyes and just concentrate on that ball of energy between your hands. What color is that energy? How does it feel? Is it prickly? Is it smooth? And I would like you to think about what you would like to bring into your life. As I said, I would like to experience more gratitude. I'm a great believer that life always responds in the signals you are sending out. So you take that ball and you hover it above your paper now. And then you can kind of gently push it and see if your paper looks any different. Might not, or you might see some shapes, some little stars around it. So we are activating the paper, and now the paper is becoming something like I like to call the field of potential, because whatever you draw, whatever you put out there, it basically becomes real. So find in the middle of your paper a place and put a dot. It doesn't need to be too big, like half of your fingernail. And just stare at the dot. It is, imagine that it is a seed. That's the seed of your intention. And again, just concentrate on what you want to bring into your life. And just gently look at it. Does it change shape? Does it look like it's kind of coming out from your paper? Because the world is not always what it seems. So we're just it's a little exercise to open perception. So, and then around that dot, let's create a circle. I hope that you can see it, because my marker doesn't like being vertical. So just go over it a few times. It doesn't need to be a perfect circle. If you can draw like a screwed up potato, that'll be fine. Yeah, so you create that circle and imagine that that is not really a circle. That's a doorway, it's a portal, threshold. Actually, there's a lot of neuroscience in this. There's a theory in psychology about thresholds. You know how when you go from one room into another, you forget what you were going there for. It's the magic of thresholds. So imagine that you're in this room right now, and this is the door. And you literally, maybe it's a doorknob, you open that door, And you are stepping into that field of infinite potential, like anything is possible. So what do you see? Again, you may close your eyes and just imagine. So sometimes, like I close my eyes, I can see like wonderful beach and the waves in Maldives somewhere. Sometimes it is, I step through and I can see kind of space. But that space is, as I said, anything is possible. And we are going to draw some lines. They need to be wavy lines. We call them frequency lines because we're always in our, as I said, we're always transmitting our intention in the shapes of frequencies. So just draw however you want to draw those lines. As I said, they need to be wavy. I might grab a new. So you are sending that intention that to have more moments you are grateful in your life out there. Just draw them however you like. They need to be easy, they need to flow freely. Because they're kind of like natural lines. It's like when the tree growing somewhere, it goes towards the sun. So it's the same, you draw it very easily. And there's, as I said, universe, life always responds. So draw some more lines. And when you draw them, just feel like you are receiving something from the ether, from the universe, like a big warm hug. So just kind of draw them next to each other. And again, just feel that, have that experience of receiving something back. We don't know what's going to be, but it's going to be wonderful and amazing. And if you want, you can draw a few more lines going out and coming back, out and coming back. It doesn't need to be perfect. We call it doodling sometimes, because we doodle when we, most of us have been doodling at universities and schools, etc. Okay, so before we do kind of the next thing, I would like you to imagine the moment, the time of your life when you felt that sense of awe, that gratitude. Maybe when your baby was born and the first time they put the baby on your chest. And you feel that complete love, complete gratitude, complete the feeling of awe. Or maybe, if you like puppies, you got a puppy and that puppy breath, this is so cute. Maybe when you picked it up. Or maybe you went somewhere and you saw this amazing landscape. That is absolutely stunning. And you just kind of went, oh, that feeling, I would like you just to hold that feeling. And we're going to draw little bubbles. We call them gratitude bubbles. And every time you draw them, you say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm having some signals that I need to finish. I'm not even halfway through. So, but this kind of exercise you can do at home as well. Like, remember when I said when you practice gratitude for 21 days, you can just basically take that drawing and just add kind of circles or bubbles anywhere on your picture and just say thank you for things that you already have in your life. And also things that are coming into your life after this drawing or after spring equinox, and notice them, okay? But because it's spring equinox, I also would like to make, we've done the portal in the shape of the circle. We can do some rays. They can be any shape rays, just because it's fun and it looks like sun and it's spring equinox. Use whatever coloring materials you have. And just put, as I said, gratitude bubbles. Just remember, every time you put a bubble, you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And notice meaningful synchronicities later. Okay, so I am outside. I will be after we finish, and I've got a few books. So if you want to, to get a book, I can sign it for you if you like. It will be outside. And also, if you want to teach this method, there is actually quite a lot. This is a tiny exercise that we did in the next, in 10, 15 minutes. But if you want to become a proper certified Art of Manifesting teacher, then, we are running the teachers training courses and also coaching courses, because this is great to work with intentions. And it is, we've already had some clients, coaching clients, and the results are amazing. So, and there's quite a lot of science. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.